reporter joins us from Puerto Vallarta.
Then the latest information on the growing demand for bilingual employees.
Later, a look at the NSAA State Wrestling Championship and the teams that continue to stand out.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
Good afternoon, I'm Elise Gaines.
And I'm Joe Sutton.
A large sinkhole swallowed two vehicles Tuesday afternoon near 67th and Pacific Street. Both drivers were able to get out safely with the help from bystanders. Officials say they believe a water main break may have caused the collapse, and the road remains closed as crews assess the damage.
Violence erupted across western Mexico earlier this week after authorities say they killed the leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel known as El Mencho. The unrest forced road closures, fires, and in-flight disruptions. Our reporter, Bailey Cook, was in Puerto Vallarta when it happened.
Puerto Vallarta is known as a busy tourist destination, but Sunday night, travelers were closely monitoring security updates after violence flared in parts of western Mexico. Riley Miller was visiting from the United States.
I do want to get home to I've got a little girl, so I definitely want to get home to my 3-year-old. I miss her a lot. That's kind of the stressful part and kind of hectic part is how soon were we able to get back to her and not kind of what was going on.
For residents like Antonio Gonzalez, learning of the cartel leader's death and the resulting violence was unsettling.
I'm singing for the sure, and when I left, I saw many fires, many smoke, and we don't know what's happening. We don't know. And the sacerdote, the father, said, for information, all the masses are canceled today.
Authorities say the cartel leader's death is one of the most significant blows against organized crime in years, but analysis warn that taking down kingpins can also spark more violence in the short term.
I saw many people on the back with Coca-Cola things, with a bottle of tequilas, beers, and everything.
To light things on fire.
Yeah,
so the cartel men, you saw the cartel men.
They took it for the stores burning. Yeah.
Did you see it yourself or just like see them carrying the stuff?
No, I see through my window.
For travelers, officials recommend monitoring online updates and relying on official guidance as the conditions evolve.
You experience the people, the culture. This is a very resilient city and town.
For the Omaha News, reporting from Puerto Vallarta, I'm Bailey Cook.
Bailey is a senior here at UNO and a reporter for the Omaha News. She was in Puerto Vallarta to attend her father's wedding, who has been a resident for the last 4 years. Bailey spoke with our senior producer, Katie Gomez, about her experience. You can get the full interview on our website. The Omaha streetcar is expected to open and begin service in 2028. Construction is ongoing with utility relocations, mainline track work, and phased road closures across downtown and midtown. The project has stalled businesses and stimulated city efforts to support them. Despite these challenges, officials remain focused on completing the infrastructure that will connect key Omaha neighborhoods once the streetcar is operational.
After the break, see how food insecurity is affecting college students.
Then how data centers affecting the citizens of Omaha.
A maverick. You stand ready to change the world. You are an innovator with bold ideas and a vision for the future. You are determined to turn your dreams into reality. You are a leader, committed to making a difference. With Omaha as your campus, you're at the center of it all. Here at UNO, you dare to dream, to innovate, to lead, to shape a brighter future. You are a maverick.
Create, perform, communicate. College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha's bookstore is home to more than books. The UNO bookstore accommodates all students' needs with phone and laptop repairs at the iFix UNO station or free residence hall delivery. The bookstore, located in the Millvale Student Center, is full of Maverick merchandise. Find sweatshirts for chilly Nebraska days or cozy UNO mugs for every coffee fix. Shop anytime at unobookstore.com.
For people already struggling with food insecurity, recent cost of living increases, inflation, and shrinking federal benefits are adding to the pressure of putting meals on the table. Reporter Chase Zagurski looks at how food insecurity is affecting college students and what local groups are doing to help.
Though they are broadly considered to be in a place of privilege, college students are far from immune to their own struggles with going hungry. The U.S. Department of Education found that nearly 4 million college students nationwide had experienced food insecurity in 2020. Former University of Nebraska at Omaha journalism major Jerome Bradford was food insecure during his time at UNO. His struggle often meant he had to make a tough choice between falling behind or going hungry.
You know, a lot of times the food insecurity, I would hope that a book wasn't too high, because if you're paying for a textbook, it's higher than you expect, that's going to affect your meals for the week.
In the Omaha Metro, there's a wide support network of charities like Food Bank for the Heartland, Open Door Mission, and UNO's own Maverick Food Pantry that make sure students don't have to make these kinds of difficult decisions.
Fighting hunger takes a regional effort in eastern Nebraska, which is why Food Bank for the Heartland partners with local institutions like First United Methodist Church Pantry right here in Springfield.
Sue Startzer has been organizing at the First United Pantry since she retired, working to serve her community one meal at a time.
And so then the gap between what they have and what they need is larger. And we can fill that. I can't give them money for electricity. I can't give them money for gas for the car, but I can give them food.
For the Omaha News, I'm Chase Zagurski.
Food banks are always looking for volunteers and donations in their fight against hunger. Consider reaching out to your local food banks to see how you can help.
Punch a Baby, a Japanese monkey at the Ichikawa City Zoo, is melting hearts online. Videos showed him carrying around his stuffed animal for comfort. The toy was given to him while he worked through an early trauma and struggled to socialize. The adorable clips quickly went viral, drawing crowds to the zoo and even causing the plush toy to sell out in several countries. The good news, Punch is starting to make new monkey friends, though he's still keeping his favorite stuffed sidekick close by. Data centers are the new infrastructure in America, but how does this tech affect citizens like you and me? Reporter Bella McAtee has the story.
Nebraska has added 20 major data centers within the last 20 years, according to datacenters.com. However, with this innovation comes a need for regulation. Senator Michaela Cavanaugh introduced LB 1111 in January. Jane Klebb, founder and director of Bold Alliance, an organization protecting rural land and water, says the bill is a start for the guardrails that are needed.
It says that all the energy infrastructure that has to be built has to be billed to the data centers, not to ratepayers, individual ratepayers like you and me.
But did you know data centers like this one, the Meta Data Center in Sarpy County, are actually powered here at the OPPD coal plants in North Omaha. The coal plant has been polluting the North Omaha community since it was built in 1954. OPPD has said the plant will switch to natural gas, but the board voted in December to keep burning coal for an undecided amount of years. Cheryl Weston, a North Omaha creator and activist, says OPPD gave the community false hope.
You lied. And that there's no other way you can justify that. Has it caused? It's caused more anxiety. It's called people who were thought that, hey, my health is going to improve. Instead, my bill's going to go up and this is going to continue.
Cheryl says what Nebraska needs to do now is to stop, step back, and regroup before they can move forward and fight these entities. Power.
Hey Joe, I'm here at the North Omaha coal plant, which will continue to affect the community moving forward. The OPPD board says that if everything stays on track, they'll open up the discussion of natural gas in 2028. Back to you.
Thanks, Bella. Hopefully that timeline gets moved up and conversations continue to provide community comfort.
Next up, how 2 local high school wrestling teams continue to grow their legacies.
Then how organizations are helping Cats in Omaha.
I never thought I'd be standing in the clouds looking down on the ancient ruins of the Incan Empire. I never thought I'd live among the street artists in Valparaiso. I never thought I'd make friends that would last a lifetime.
Adventure's out there, and as Mavericks, it's up to us to find it.
Stop thinking, start doing. Visit educationabroad.unomaha.edu.
The 13th Floor magazine is a student-run campus literary journal that features poetry, creative nonfiction, fiction, microfiction, screenplay, and visual art from UNO students, alumni, faculty, and staff. It is produced by the students in the Writers' Workshop Literary Magazine course. New issues of the magazine are published every spring with a public launch party to celebrate its release.
Welcome to this week's edition of Omaha Sports, your home for the latest headlines, highlights, and stories from the heartland and across the country. I'm reporter Gage Peterson. Hockey took center stage at the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics, where the United States and Canada added another dramatic chapter to their rivalry. The United States reclaimed women's gold, with Hillary Knight scoring a dramatic late equalizer before Megan Keller sealed the win in overtime. The men matched the excitement. The United States beat Canada in an overtime thriller, backed by 41 saves from Connor Hellebuck and the winning overtime goal from Jack Hughes. This is the first time USA men's hockey has won gold since the Miracle on Ice in 1980. And the first time Team USA completed the sweep of hockey gold medals for men's and women's events. To close out the games, Norway finished with 41 total medals, including a game's best 18 gold. The United States finished second with 33 medals overall, while host nation Italy rounded out the top three with 30. The 2026 NSAA State Wrestling Championships wrapped up in Omaha with standout performances on both the boys and girls sides. In boys wrestling, Creighton Prep and Omaha Scott, as well as Battle Creek, repeated as state champions, with Plainview reclaiming the Class D title. Creighton Prep's Zion Ornelas and Omaha Scott's Tyler Harrell capped historic careers as four-time state champions, becoming the 39th and 40th in Nebraska history. This year marked the second standalone NSAA Girls State Wrestling Tournament. Omaha Westside and Adams Central captured team championships after dramatic races that came down to the final matches. Individually, Omaha Scott's Kaylin Harrell and Bennington's Mia Anderson are on track to become four-time state champions. As these tournaments continue to grow, wrestling talent is spotlighted across Nebraska. Before the NSAA Wrestling Championships last weekend, I sat down with two coaches and asked how they're able to continue a winning legacy year after year. Skutt Catholic is one of the most storied high school wrestling programs in the entire state. The Skyhawks have won 15 Class B state titles over the last 28 years. Head coach Chaz DeVetter says that the key to the success is the people.
We have a very supportive community who all wants Skutt to be successful, and we have guys that come back and help coach that were on the team at one point, Brian Pesca, Nick Hollins. So just the people and the support that we have, and everybody, I think, with a similar goal.
About 10 miles east, the wrestlers at Creighton Prep are driven by that same championship mentality. While Coach DeVetter continues a winning legacy built over 2 decades, Andrew Fisher, a former wrestler, now coach here at Creighton Prep, is establishing a winning culture and tradition his athletes can carry forward. Creighton Prep's boys wrestling squad has won the Class A state dual championship in 2025 and this year as well. Coach Fisher credits the recent success to each and every one of his players and staff.
Their work ethic and this coaching staff is unlike anything I've seen. These guys compete every day. They're very coachable. And then I have a coaching staff who wrestled in college at some of the highest levels, and they're able to pass down that type of knowledge to these guys.
With Coach DeVetter and Coach Fisher in charge, both Skutt Catholic and Creighton Prep are primed to coach future champions. The championships last weekend brought in tens of thousands of fans over the 3-day event, which shows Nebraska's continued commitment and support to the wrestling community. On this day in Nebraska sports history, MLB Hall of Fame pitcher Grover Cleveland Alexander was born in Elba, Nebraska in 1887. Alexander was one of the greatest pitchers of his era, winning 373 games over a 20-year major league career. He led the league in wins 6 times, helping the St. Louis Cardinals to a World Series title in 1926. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1938. The Omaha Mavericks will be busy on the hardwood this Saturday. The women's team hosts Denver at Baxter Arena in what will also serve as Senior Day. On the men's side, the Mavericks are on the road for a Summit League matchup at St. Thomas. A full day of Mavericks basketball as both squads continue their push towards the postseason. That's your sports for this week. I'm Gage Peterson. You can join us for our next sports update March 5th, right here on the Omaha News.
Breaking news this morning, traffic is backed up for miles.
In the noise of every day, tune into peace. Stay classical, Omaha.
There seems to be like this gathering right here of really great minds and really great ideas.
I think it's a great moment, to teach a UL student.
Being here, I get like a jump start on my journalism career.
I found a lot of people that are interested in like the same things as me.
Sort of a lifetime changing career for me and the best way it could happen.
As Omaha grows more diverse, workplaces are relying on employees who speak multiple languages. But are these skills being reflected in pay? Reporter Ivan Tovar has the story.
Speaking multiple languages, whether bilingual or multilingual, isn't just a skill. It can improve communication, reduce costly mistakes, and create real value on the job. At the University of Nebraska at Omaha, Spanish professor Steven Torres helps students develop multilingual communication skills they can carry into professional fields.
And it's a measurable economic impact for many reasons. Having bilingual employees or people in the workplace can definitely enhance communication. It can reduce error, and which can be very costly in the fields of healthcare, education, business, and so forth.
Despite this value, not all workplaces compensate employees for using another language. In Nebraska, the judicial branch recognizes this skill with the 2 to 5% pay increase. As the Omaha population continues to grow, so does its need for support. Right behind me, the Latino Center of the Midlands is one of those organizations. At the Latino Center, Gustavo demonstrates how multilingual employees are put into action, helping bridge communication across the community.
Employers have looked for bilingual workers because it's a big plus. An individual who is bilingual in English and Spanish or French, they are able to essentially be two people.
Here on 24th Street, multilingual skills help serve the community, but not all workplaces reflect that value in pay. For the Omaha News, I'm Ivan Tovar.
Advocates say as Omaha continues to grow, conversations about compensating multilingual workers may continue.
Nebraska's minimum wage has steadily increased over the past several years, but a new state law is changing how these raises will continue. Reporter Mo Al-Abadi with one Omaha business owner about what that means on the ground.
Nebraska's minimum wage reached $15 an hour this year under a voter-approved plan. Now Legislative Bill 258 changes how that wage will increase going forward, creating a youth and training wage and setting future increases at a fixed rate beginning in 2027. Norman Herrick is the CEO and owner of the game shop in Omaha and Bellevue. He says as wages increased over the years, it affected more than just entry-level pay.
The minimum wage increases and stuff, it raises wages across the board.
Herrick says those increases required keeping pay levels balanced across his staff.
You have to increase the wages that you're paying your full-time staff that have been with you for a couple of years. You also have to increase the wages that you're paying your managers because you need to keep that parity of wages and stuff like that.
He says labor is his second largest expense behind inventory. At the same time, he says as wages went up, so did customer spending.
As the minimum wage goes up, we see customers that have significantly more disposable income to spend.
After several years of wage increases, business owners say they've had to adjust. Now with the raises capped at 1.75%, they are focused on what's next.
As of right now, I don't actually have any idea as to how that is going to actually impact us. That doesn't give us any insight as to, hey, our sales going to go up by enough to cover this.
The state's minimum wage will continue to increase, but at a different pace than before. For the Omaha News, I'm Mo Al-Ibadi.
Thanks, Mo. The minimum wage will continue to rise, but at a set rate starting in 2027.
Cats. The Omaha metropolitan area is home to the large number of stray cats. Different organizations help find ways to lower the population by nurturing and spaying stray cats, while also making sure they find their safety in the neighborhood or in a home.
Omaha is home to many community cats, with their population reaching over 60,000 felines. Nonprofits like the Nebraska Humane Society and Felia's Cat Cafe and Rescue are here to make sure cats are safe and healthy with their efforts.
If we determine that this cat is potentially a community cat, then we will spay, neuter, and then return it back to its location where it was found.
Relocating cats can be dangerous for their health, and euthanization does not always work. Bree, founder of Felius, combats the overpopulation crisis by finding homes for cats through adoption.
Or it could be an owner surrender or a stray.
So it just depends. They come to us various different ways, but every single time we bring a cat in here, it's one less cat on the street that's left to fend for itself, have a shorter lifespan, breed with other cats, and create more of that overpopulation problem.
Neutering and spaying not only helps lower the population of community cats in Omaha, but it also keeps these felines safe and healthy.
You can always volunteer through an organization, whether that's with us or, NHS or Straight to Spay or different organizations. There's so many.
With the efforts of the organizations helping community cats in Omaha, the population is safely lowering. I am Samira Zarazua for the Omaha News.
Thanks to nonprofit organizations like NHS and Phileas, finding the perfect solution to helping community cats is slowly lowering the population every year, keeping cats safe and stress-free.
Wuthering Heights, a bold new take on the classic novel, debuted at #1 at the North American box office with an estimated $34.8 million in ticket sales this weekend.
The film's opening was powered by largely female moviegoers, who made up roughly 3/4 of early audiences, helping it to top other new releases.
Wuthering Heights. Nebraska's minimum wage has steadily increased over the past several years.
That's all for today. Thank you for joining us for our first show of the 2026 season.
We're excited to showcase all of the talent, stories, and voices that make the Omaha News this semester.
In the meantime, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at UNO The Omaha News, or visit omahanews.com for the latest stories.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Faded grass to a full.
You are a maverick. You stand ready to change the world. You are an innovator with bold ideas and a vision for the future. You are determined to turn your dreams into reality. You are a leader committed to making a difference. Your passion for finding solutions transforms research into real-world impact. You are unique and your voice matters. Your individuality breathes life into the community you're shaping. You are driven, always striving for excellence. Your passion, your hustle, it's not just about today. It's about opening doors to tomorrow. Every skill you sharpen, every connection you make is building the foundation for your future success. With Omaha as your campus, you're at the center of it all.
Consider This continues to find the stories that matter to Nebraskans and let them hear directly from the people involved. Hi, I'm Kathy Wyatt, and I'd like to sincerely thank all of those guests, the students and staff at UNO who work on this program, and especially you, the viewer. Thank you for watching.